Hi, Mariama. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Nikki.
Pleasure to meet you, and congrats on a beautifully written and directed first feature film for you, and as well as the cinematography. Just beautiful. I just want to give you your flowers first.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's been a wild ride, and it's great to be here at the end.
Absolutely. So, Master tells the story of these women trying to survive at this fictitious, elite, haunted university. So, what inspired the thriller, as well as the idea to center the story on these particular women?
Well, I went to a school that was very similar to Ancaster, which is the fictional college in the film. And as happens in the film, there were masters, and we were all given masters, and we all called them as such. And it really hit me how dark and twisted that is a few years after I graduated. And I just, I kept on returning to this word master and all of the many definitions that you can apply to that word. And I started thinking about this story of a Black woman who has been, elevated to this position. And when she, receives this promotion, she really discovers everything that lies beneath at the school.
Absolutely. And there's these themes of misogyny and racial trauma and isolation. I mean, I went to school at Rutgers, and watching this, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm glad I'm seeing this now and not then. But how did you balance that, the horror aspect, with these very, very sensitive themes?
It was interesting, and it was definitely an ongoing process. I think that at the core, the most important thing for me to discuss were those themes that you mentioned, misogynoir and the racial trauma and the microaggressions. But at the same time, I always wanted to create a horror film, and I wanted to keep track of those supernatural elements that I felt were on a certain level also, emotional expressions of where the characters are in different points in the film. So I had to balance it in writing the script, but also in editing the film as well. So it was a little bit of both, and it was an ongoing thing because I kind of needed both, and to balance the tone, but also be able to get into the story. It was a challenge, and it's something that I was helped by my producers with as well. And also in the editing process, like, we continued to work on it to make sure that those stories came across, but also that it feels like a horror film.
Absolutely. And you worked with some phenomenal women, Regina Hall and Zoe Renee. What was that process like?
It was amazing. I mean, we were truly a family on set. And, I think that Regina really led the charge in being so open and warm. And she really embraced everybody in the cast and crew. And Zoe's an incredible person. She brought a lot of energy to the set. It was a real dream to work with them.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you and chatting. Hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Yes, I hope so. It's really great to talk to you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.